Patience is a virtue. This is really something we need. Because we can have commitment, we can have devotion, we can be love and all that. But without patience, everything else, will not be achieved in its most divine timing. And our divine timing can come in many, many different ways, right? Because we heal differently, we learn differently, And if somebody had told you about the Akashic Records 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, and told you that you have to wait for this one absolute class, maybe, or it may say, you have different timelines in front of you. It could be Tarra's class, it could be somebody else's class, all about the Akashic Records. And it's all these timelines tie in to what you do for yourself, right? And it also ties into how Tarra develops herself. All these things, all these timelines, all these different timelines have to come together, to meet together, and that takes time. That takes patience, right? And so I just want to take this moment to honor each and every one of you for your patience. Whether you know it or not, you have been learning patience. And that brought you to this very class so that you may walk on your journey. You are absolutely walking on your journey. You are absolutely walking on this, purpose, right? Which is to come back to yourself. Yeah. And by you turning up for this class, it makes a whole lot of difference for me. It allows me to walk on my mission. You are my mission, right? Without you, I'll have to do something else. I don't know what, but I'll have to do something else. Or I need to complete my mission in the next lifetime, maybe, right? But this is how we support each other, right? And we just fly past all these things and we just, forget all these things because we don't pause. In order to pause, we need absolute patience. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to pause. Everybody wants to ascend. Everybody wants to go forward super duper fast. But when we do that, we lose a lot of insight and wisdom along the way, right? And we're not talking about like snail speed. We're not talking about tortoise speed, We are talking about a good speed, right? Yeah, something that we just need to slow down. That's all. Yeah. And in fact, I need to slow down every single day. I may be patient on my spiritual path, but I actually don't practice patience in many aspects of my life. No? Right? So what we want is that one beautiful trait or divine trait. Patience is a divine trait. Patience is a virtue. We want to actually use it in all aspects of our life. Isn't it? So when you are able to be intuitive, when you're able to connect with your masters, do you just want to use it for one aspect of your life, just to look into past lives maybe, or just to talk about your kids? I don't know what it is, but you don't want that. You want it to be available to you, that wisdom and that knowledge and that healing to be available to you in all aspects of your life. That's what you want, not just in the spiritual body, but in your physical body, in all parts of you, to be able to experience this. So patience is number one, okay? And then followed by your devotion, your commitment and love and all those things, okay? You can love someone, but if you have no patience, that's why as parents we fail, right? Because we have no patience. We have a lot of love, absolutely we have love, but we want things to be a certain way. We want our kids to grow up a certain way. We want them to read fast enough. We want them to talk fast enough. And that is the issue. We have no patience. Yeah. Patience cultivates a lot of beautiful things. It does. It opens the mind. All the other things that you've seen will be developed through patience. Okay? So ask yourself now. Sometimes I will ask you to just ask yourself. Why do I ask you to ask yourself? Because I know that you have enough wisdom. The issue with a lot of us nowadays is, why we feel we need to connect with our masters and guides. Yeah, we absolutely have to, of course, because, they are a part of us and we are co-creating life with them. But a lot of us want to connect to them for all the wrong reasons. I want to connect to my masters and guides because I don't have wisdom. I don't have knowledge. I don't have clarity. In actual fact, we all have it, right? But we don't tap into it. We don't trust ourselves, right? That's why we always constantly want to connect to all these beings so that they can help us. They can give us advice. They can give us wisdom. And that's so not true. That's not tapping into your own divine wisdom. So you can ask yourself now, right? Like, what is the percentage of patience that I have in me? If it's 0 to 100, what's my percentage that I have in me? Is it 50%? Is it 30%? Is it 70%, right? And in this way, you can check in with yourself. And it takes so much honesty. What is honesty to the self? Don't know. Only you know. Only you know how honest you are to yourself. Nobody knows. Because we could be asking ourselves a question in silence, and yet we could be lying to ourselves. That's called avoidance or denial, right? But that itself is a learning journey of learning how to be absolutely honest with the self. And a lot of times we don't know how to do that, right? We see a lot on social media. Be honest with yourself. How? Be loving to yourself. How? Be divine. You are divine. How? It's strange. Why are people suggesting all these things when there's no proper guidance on how to do it, right? Yeah. So that's why humanity is still kind of blur around this or unaware.